attention, but it wasn't a surprise to his longtime teammate, Tom Brady. This week, TB12 said, quote, "When I see him play now, the real Rob Gronkowski is back. The spirit of him, which makes everyone love him as a person, as a teammate, as a player. When I saw him play the other night, that's his most authentic self. He ended up retiring because he didn't find the joy he had, and to see him regain it is one of the really great, satisfying things for me in pro sports." So, Shannon, is this actually a shot at Bill Belichick?
Yep. Tom knew that Gronk was tired of Coach Belichick's ways. It was wearing on him because Gronk is a really fun-loving, outgoing. He's a big kid. He's a frat boy that happens to play a professional sport.
You've been around him.
I've been around him.
Yep.
And that's just his personality. That's just who he is. But Coach Belichick reined as much of it in as he could. But Gronk's like, you know what? I'm not being me. But it just goes to show you. Skip, you remember when Lane Johnson, you and I, we talked about this a couple of times. Lane Johnson said, yeah, I know they win, but they don't have any fun. They're so mechanical. They're so methodical. If you ask one guy a question, you ask the 21st guy, he's going to tell you the same thing. And Tom Brady, and basically to a man, would say, winning is fun.
Yep.
It took Tom Brady going somewhere else to say, you know what? Oh, we can win here and have fun. You see what happens, Skip. Remember, I talked about this in relationship. All the things that was wrong. Oh, it's great. I'm great. Coach Belichick, he's great. I love playing for him, and we win. And then you get somewhere else. Man, it was hell playing over there. Mm-hmm. To do that, the grind.
Yep.
That he's constantly like, it's seemingly never good enough.
Yep.
And now Gronk is somewhere. Gronk has been, he's like, I'm done. I'm done here. I'm not really done with football. Tom, where you going? Tom goes somewhere. Hey, I'll go there. But I just can't play here. Mm. And, it was an absolute, it wasn't just a shot, it was a cannon fire.
It was.
Skip, they score a touchdown, the cannon goes off, and the pirate ship.
He shot the cannon at Belichick. He did.
That's what that was.
I agree. So I love this version of Tom Brady because this is his authentic self also. He says Gronk this is his most authentic self. Yeah. So is it Brady.
Exactly.
He's a little tongue-in-cheek, and he likes to beat you, and he likes to gloat about it in his way. It's subtle gloating. It's a little more between-the-lines gloating. But he fired this cannon. It's a little between the lines. He doesn't use Bill's name. He doesn't call him out by name. He didn't go so far.
He did everything but call him out by name.
But he didn't go to the money line of Gronk just hated playing for Bill.
Right.
Something like that. But he did say that he retired because it just wasn't fun anymore.
Because guess what, Skip? Gronk, take a day. Bruce Arians, Gronk, take 2 days. Coach Belichick ain't ever telling you to take no days. You practicing. Hurt, sick, doesn't matter. So now he's in, Skip, hold on. Let's see, in November, would I rather be in Tampa or would I rather be in Boston practicing outside when it's 20 degrees?
That's true. So you know what astounded me the most about Thursday night's opener? Brady played great, one of his greatest games ever, but who is his favorite target in the game? It was the aging tight end. Mm-hmm. Some people say the GOAT tight end.
Yes.
Maybe that's up for debate.
No.
You've pretty much said that. Yeah. I know he was a little out of sight, out of mind there for a while.
But yeah, what he's been able to do, nah.
Okay, here's all you need to know about that Thursday night victory. Brady threw Gronk 8 balls, and he caught all 8 of them. Mm-hmm. Well, that connection was sort of the connection for that victory.
Remember that drive? The final drive?
Well, I think we have that. Can we see those two? The 2 biggest catches until he hit Godwin were this. This is just 6 yards. But again, he said, I'll take that because I trust that guy.
Yep.
I know that guy and he knows me. And this was much bigger. This one, he just breaks it right up the middle and runs over my safety for 20 yards. Well, that set up the throw to Godwin. And by the way, he threw 14 balls to Chris Godwin because he loved the matchup with my slot corner, Jordan Lewis, who was on him much of the game. And he's saying, Jordan Lewis just can't cover him.
Right.
And you said this before the year. pick your poison. Who you going to pick? So you put Trevon Diggs on Mike Evans. He did a tremendous job.
Did a good job.
Okay, and kept him to a low roar, three catches, right? But now, what else are you going to do? Well, you're going to put Anthony Brown on on Antonio Brown, and he's going to have a long night, right?
But here's the thing, Skip. You know, we talk about this. You used to ask me, say, what is the catbird seat? Tom Brady's in the catbird seat. He's just coming out winning the Super Bowl. To the victor goes the spoils. And so now he can say all the things that I maybe wanted to say, but I didn't say when I was there. I ain't got to call your name.
Yep.
But everybody can infer what I'm talking about.
Okay, I got it. So he also threw 2 touchdown passes to Rob Gronkowski, and they had some genius connection behind both of them. The first one, if we could see it, it's the rollout play.
Yep.
And we don't see Tom do this much, but Tom's got a fixed knee now.
Yeah, I think Godwin was supposed to keep going. Yeah, that's the stretch. Yeah, that's the bare stretch.
But that's the one where, on that one, it's just connected genius of the GOAT tight end and the GOAT quarterback saying, we've been doing this for so long. We know exactly the predicament you're in.
Right.
We're going to checkmate you. Whichever way you go, I'm going to yell checkmate because he's going to make the right choice. I got to trust him, but I trust him at the highest level. And what did Gronk do? Oh, wait a second. The safety's going to go? Well, that means this big old defensive lineman, this defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence, is going to have to cover me. And he can't cover me. So he just bolts.
That's why people got away from that defense. When the Bears would run that defense, what was happening, Skip, is that they were taking the tight end, blocking DeMarcus Lawrence. And then the guy over you was blitzing, hitting the quarterback in the back.
And that's what, oh, guess what?
What if we send this guy out, fake like we're going to block one of the guys, and then go out?
Okay, so Tom's going to have to take it in the mouth because he took a shot and got knocked on his back. And he had to throw it off his back foot, and he had to throw it as hard as he could throw it to get enough mustard on it to get it to Gronk right up the seam. And it's 10 yards, touchdown. And that was a touchdown born of years of just connection where you completely trust each other.
That's the one we talk about, Skip. If we get this, remember we talked about the other night, we get, Derek Carr was talking about this down and distance. This is what they like. This is a Dan Quinn special. We like to know, we know this down and distance, this area of the field, he likes to go to this defense. Gronk, heads up. Gronk, I can't believe they doing this.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a touchdown.
And what have they always said about Gronk? Even Bill would say, Bill Belichick.
Yes.
High IQ, high football. He gets it all.
Yeah, you ain't gonna Skip. You ain't gonna mess up your money. That's your money right there. I ain't messing with my money.
Well, speaking of having a little more power, Tom has now with the Bucs. What about Dak? Has he been given too much power in
He's
Dallas?
got a lot of power.
How does that change things? Stick around.